Do you necessarily need to start your own nonprofit? Probably not.
What?
And that's just the honest truth. There are 1.7 million registered nonprofits just here in the United States. Of those, the vast majority of those are not active. There are only about 100,000 rated organizations, and even of those 100,000, only about 10,000 that are considered high impact or very impactful organizations. That said, why are there so many? Something about the social sector allows kind of mediocrity to survive. In the capitalistic market, it's survival of the fittest. And if your organization is not having impact and driving growth, the market just doesn't allow you to exist. Your product and services need to provide value at a rate there's growth and impact over time. Where if you look at the social sector, it is this mediocrity that you can allow to survive for years and years with just enough, which is terrible. Because you're constantly just surviving and not thriving. Sometimes businesses fail. Sometimes nonprofits need to fail. You look at the number of organizations in the same particular cause. There's a reason why there's so many. Is that necessary? But there's also a reason why giving has been fixed at 2% GDP the last 40 plus years that we've been tracking it. But also you think about issues, hunger, water, how much of a dent have we really made outside of some key organizations that are really moving the needle forward? You have all of these smaller organizations that are possibly just eating up resources and building false trust. And those are tough things to say out loud, but that is the reality of it. When you're constantly fighting for survival, what are you doing? It's Maslow's hierarchy of needs. You're looking for the bare minimum in order to get to the next day. What we need to focus on then is how can we learn from the capital markets, where competition is survival of the fittest. I think the nonprofit space needs mergers and acquisitions. It needs organizations that are leading the way to really drive the needle forward, but also bring along the proper resources, and whether that's acquiring other organizations or bringing them under their umbrella, like it needs more of that. It also needs more collaboration. If you're truly about the cause and the mission, you eliminate anything else that comes with that, because the reality is this is a very egotistical space. Nonprofits, having your name on the foundation board, all of that it's great. I'm not saying anything about that, but when it comes to the cause and the mission itself, is there a better organization that you can fund or support that's going to have greater impact? From an effective altruistic perspective, we don't need this many organizations serving this specific cause. We might just need a handful of key organizations to have the proper resources, the personnel, and the freedom to really drive growth, impact, and investments into solving that problem. But again, this goes back to the core of it. Do we really need more nonprofits? Probably not. If you are really unique in your key area, there are no nonprofits serving in the cause area that you are focused in on, then yes, I'm not taking anything away from those organizations and those missions. Just like in the capital markets, there are new startups that sprout out all the time. But let's make it healthy competition. Let's make sure that we put the mission first and that we're driving impact at scale that is really moving the needle forward. That to me is progress. It's not just creating another nonprofit. It all looks and sounds great, but if it's not moving the needle forward, then is it really necessary?